Testing, testing, testing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get in it to win it. Never miss another live stream again. Hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and click see all notifications. What is the motherfucking deal, Sauce Nation? I hope everybody is having a wonderful Sunday, Easter Sunday that is, so I hope y'all are all enjoying that. If you got some time off, I hope you are utilizing that to spend with friends and family and enjoy the motherfucking Rockets. But welcome to Sauce Sports. If you're not familiar with Sauce Sports is a Houston, Texas homer network. So that means we're talking about all sports, but only Houston today. Well, not just today, but right now, we're talking about the red hot Houston Rockets. And we're talking about taking on the the cross-state rivals. And I know some of you guys are fans of. I know there's a few of these rusty fans in here. I like y'all most of the time, but today we are not friends of the San Antonio Spurs. So I want to shout out to everybody who's in the mix. You know what I'm saying? I am your host, Ed Honcho. If you are new to this, pardon me just a second here. But for the most part, everything else is in order. Sauce line ready. All that other shit is going down. And the bank should be open, so everything should be Gucci. Again, so let's see what we got in the mix. Joining us today, because like I say, Sauce Nation, if you don't know, now you know. You guys are the freshest motherfucking ingredients in the world. And without you guys, there would be no sauce. There would be no fresh flavor. So I thank you for taking the time out to join us. So we got in the mix. So let's send a shout out to, matter of fact, and before we start the shout outs, y'all know how it goes. Let's get the roll call dropping. And the roll call, if you are not familiar, if you're not from Houston, shout out your city, state, town, province, territory, block, set, gang, avenue, cul-de-sac, all that good shit. However you identify yourself, however you get down, man, let us show you a little bit of love. And then if you are from Houston, man, shout out your side with pride, because you know how it goes down here. It's all love, but you know everybody got to represent. We get the roll call in, so man, get that going so I can show y'all a little bit of love, and we're going to see who we got in here. So what's the motherfucking deal to the real family? Miss Voodoo C, Lucas Gomez, Houston Homework, Mr. Killer KB, Joshua Jaja, I guess that's how you properly pronounce that. Rob, what's going down? Kemah, Justin, Jose, Triple X, Rockets will not lose. You got some crow from that last thing. You saw what happened to Gerald Green. We saw what Gerald Green did to you last time, Triple X. You're going to go against the Rockets again. Rick James, pop off. Arkansas, what's the motherfucking deal? You know what I'm saying? Kemah, Southwest, what's the motherfucking deal? Southside repping already. Big Money, Texas, Beaumont in the house. You know what I'm saying? Nah, man, Gerald Green didn't ruin it. Gerald Green, look, I didn't tell y'all, man. Y'all didn't realize what y'all didn't know was I predicted that. I'm something like a psychic. I didn't want to rub it in anybody's face or anything like that, but y'all saw that I put Gerald Green on the cover of the last thumbnail, and you saw what happened, right? Y'all saw what happened. See, I'm telling y'all, when do I usually ever put Gerald Green on the cover? I rarely ever put the role players. I'm usually putting CP3 or maybe Capella get some shine or James Harden most of all. When do I ever put Gerald Green on the love? In the game that I put Gerald Green on the thumbnail, you know what I'm saying? He comes in as the hero of Houston, and he holds it down for the H. Yes, I'm taking all the credit. I'm just trying to smooch like a little bit of credit off of it. If I can get a little bit of the credit, I'm gonna take some. No, I'm just fucking around. Shout out to Gerald Green for holding it down, man. The A-Leaf already. Cool, Lambert. What's the motherfucking deal? How you doing this evening? But we are gonna get into a couple of things, man. Of course, y'all know we started this off. We're gonna get into the 3 points to ponder going into tonight's game. And I guess I probably would have made sense to have set that up and had that ready before we started the stream. But hey, you know, players fuck up sometimes. You know, can't be doing it all the time. But we fuck up sometimes. So this is what we'll do. We'll do it the simple way. So again, hope y'all are. What do y'all have going on? Matter of fact, as I'm getting this set up, what do y'all have planned for Easter? Y'all Easter egg hunting? Have y'all already done that type of stuff? Is it just for the kids? Y'all just chilling? Some of y'all is the kids. I mean, what are the plans for the Easter day? Because I see all kind of people. I was at the store earlier, and all kind of people are out and about, and look like they have on their Sunday's best, or some people Sunday's best look like Saturday night's best too. So I mean, they some people just don't know the difference. They don't know the difference between Sunday morning and Saturday night. But hey, more power to them. We hope that it works out. They'll get it right, and when they get it right, let's hope they keep it right. Okay, so talking about the first point to ponder in tonight's game. I told y'all, I'm still taking all the credit I can get. Stacking that green. I want to talk about Gerald Green for a second, man. In my personal opinion, Gerald Green is the Rockets bench MVP. I know you got Eric Gord. Eric Gord's average like 18 a game. Okay, that's cool. That's fine and dandy. But the value that you're getting from Gerald Green, from what you're paying him, a little over $1 million, coming home to be able to play for his hometown, the energy that he gives you off the bench. Like, Gordon is good. Don't get me wrong. Gordon, he does his thing. But Gerald Green, he's looking to get to the basket. Passing is the last thing in his mind. He will if he has to. But once he touches the ball, Gerald Green is looking to score, and everybody knows it. And I love that. I love that he knows exactly what his role is. It's not to facilitate. It's not to get guys open. No, it's not to do anything. It's one job. You have one job. Score with energy, because he gets people excited. It's just the way that he scores. It's the things that he does, man. But coming off the bench, getting the few minutes that he's getting, I think he's averaging about 11 points a game. And you got to think about it. There's been games that Gerald has seen no action and has still been, people, the fans are asking, where's Gerald? Everybody loves Gerald. Gerald Green just deserves to be appreciated just a little bit more. And I hope somehow, some way, and the way he's talking, and I just hope whatever takes place, I just really want to retain this team. Like, I don't want no LeBron, don't want no extra, don't want to lose anybody. But things happen. But I hope that we keep Gerald Green somehow, some way, just because of the spark that he brings, the energy that he brings, man. Gerald Green is it's like I won't say the heart and soul, but he's definitely brings great energy to this team, and so I love it. Talking about Gerald Green, so that's the first point to ponder. And I know I sat here and I asked y'all what y'all had going, so I guess it would be polite of me to read it and see what y'all got shaking. Let's see. I'll talk for everybody some sauce. What y'all talking about here? They sweep the Spurs. Yes, we're going to get on with that. That's what we're trying to do. Is James playing? I do believe he should be. I think CP3 may be resting. Hoes went out last night up at church acting holy. Yes, absolutely. You say love G Green, but don't play Grandpa Joe. Man, the thing about Joe is he can body up on some of those smaller guards, and he's getting back into the rhythm. He knows he was out of shape. They were talking about how he told what's his name that he was out of shape and all that other good shit. So it's cool. It's cool, man. Like, I'm not too worried about it. I'm not too. I'm just hoping that they can find a place for Green. Green is going to be an asset. I know every possession in the playoffs is crucial, but I think Green is a guy that you need out there to be able to to be able to bring that energy if things ain't looking, if they're not looking too hot. Let's get on to the second point to ponder, though. And someone mentioned it. Someone in the chat mentioned it, man. We have to sweep out the rust, man. We got to get the Spurs out of here. We've been handling the Spurs nicely this year, and everybody can complain it's without Kawhi, and that's understandable. That's understandable, but y'all might be with Kawhi, without Kawhi forever on. And so then, what's the excuse then? That was the team that you got. And it's very curious, speaking on the Kawhi situation, what is going on with Kawhi? Is he playing? Is he just playing games? Is he going to be seen this season? I know the teammates are saying they basically don't count on it. You've seen Tony Parker. You've seen, what's his name? Manu Ginobili saying, speaking their pieces, and they're just kind of of the mindset that he's just kind of bullshitting around, I guess you would say. And they feel like, even Tony Parker, my injury was 100 times worse. I trust the Spurs doctors. I would go nowhere else. I trust them with my body. And I would not take 2 weeks to make the decision. But, it seems like there's some tension on the Spurs right now. And that's a first coming out of San Antonio. That's not something that we're used to hearing from San Antonio. San Antonio is such a well-run organization. As much as we hate them because we are competing with them for the division, we're competing with them for the state of Texas, and just because it's San Antonio. But it just feels good to get them out of there this year. Wish it would have been with Kawhi, just so we could shut all that extra shit up and it would be that much greater. But hey, it is what it is. LaMarcus Aldridge has been playing very well. I've always liked LaMarcus Aldridge. I just don't like him when we play him. And I don't like the Spurs. I just respect what they bring to the table. So that being the second point to ponder, we got to sweep out the rust. We got to get them out of here. Speaking about the Spurs for a second, let's take a look at a slight comparison of what the Rockets bring to the tables versus the Spurs as we're talking about sweeping out the rust. So you got the Rockets coming in at number 1 overall in the league at 62-14. Okay. You have the Spurs, the rusty old Spurs, coming in at you have the Spurs coming in at number 4 in the West. But the Spurs situation is very interesting. It's very interesting because if they lose today, I mean, that ties them with a couple of other teams. And then they may not. I think they can fall from, if they lose today, they'll fall to like the 6th seed because the West is so tightly packed right now that it's a bunch of stuff going on. I know that person's going to call back again. So again, it's very interesting. Then they came in 44-32. Sorry about that. I got my mind off track just a little bit. But the Rockets are on an 11-game win streak. We have to talk about that because Anderson beast mode. I'm telling you. I know exactly what's going to happen. There's going to be a knock at the studio in just a moment. But again, like I said, the Rockets on an 11-game win streak. People aren't taking acknowledgement, or they're not acknowledging that. Not only are they balling, not only have they been balling all year, we have the only double-digit win streak shaking right now. And then not only the only double-digit win streak, because I think Philly's next with the thing. Give me just 1 second. Let me answer this call. Pardon me, just one moment. Apologize about that. All right, Crow, you gotta go. All right, get the fuck out of here. All right, you have no power here. Remove yourself, Crow. All right, so anyway, like I say, talking about these rusty old Spurs. We still have to talk about a good team that we're facing because we're playing in San Antonio, and Spurs are 30-8 at home. Since we last played them, they've won 6 of their last 8. They're fighting for position in the playoffs. And that fighting for position in the playoffs, it leads me to my third point to ponder. And the third point to ponder is, show me my opponent. Right now, the Rockets are resting, not really resting. They have nothing to fight for. Maybe they still have it in their hearts. They want to get, they want to win out. Maybe they do want to pursue the record. Maybe they want to set a bar for the record on the Rockets, Possibly could fuck around and be the only 60-win team this season. They just may want to, show how much better the Rockets are than everyone else. Maybe that might be the case. But right now, the Rockets have locked up their position. Home court overall, number 1 overall. Nobody's going to touch that. We're just waiting to see what happens. And again, so we were talking about how murky it is in the bottom of the West. with everybody being just a couple of games apart, just a couple of games of separation. And this Spurs team is fighting to. I think they're still a couple of games back from Portland, but again, Portland is not all the way out of the mix. They're still in contention. Anyway, from the third through eighth seed is all jumbled up. I think the Jazz, who were just eighth, they moved up to seventh. I forgot who was eighth in the West, but it's a real sticky situation. But these Spurs, so they have something to fight for. They're going to be out here playing. They're going to be playing very hard. The Rockets, we don't know necessarily where their heart is because they have everything sewed up. So this is something that you have to take into consideration. Do the Rockets really want to kind of breeze into the playoffs and just kind of rest and relax knowing they got everything sewed up just to kind of get an idea of what's going to happen? Do they want to play hard just to keep that fire, to keep that energy, to show that they can push through a whole season, that they are contenders, that they have it in their mind to crush any and everybody every night? I mean, I think that kind of matters. That comes into play when you're trying to determine who's going to have more heart coming into this game. I think the Rockets are happy about sustaining that streak. I think if Gerald Green hits that shot in any other game, it's still a big shot and it's still love, but I think it helped that keeping that streak alive meant a little bit of something. But like, again, I want to talk about, I feel like there's some contention in the Spurs, but before we get into all that, we have to get into my personal favorite segment of the show, and that is the Mark My Words. Mark my words. If you don't know what mark my words mean, mark my words means you have to make a bold prediction about what's going to take place in this game tonight. And so when I say a bold prediction, you got to say something out of line. You can't say something like, "Oh, I think James Harden's going to have 20 points." You know, give him the average stat. Like you got to go out on a limb. You got to put your name on it. Make sure you use hashtag MMW so I can make sure to see what you're talking about. And again, you know, the sauce comes back for all those who are stacking it up. Whoever get close, you know, we'll make sure to get plenty of sauce for those. So let me make sure to bring up the real chat because, you know, the fake chat don't be showing me all the good convo. All right. Astros 6, Rangers 2. Awesome. Astros on to a good start. So your family starts at 8 a.m. not doing it. Oh, man. That's funny. Oh, hold on. When I saw somebody say something about I did the macaroni dance, games in the bag already. That's what I'm talking about. Doesn't want to play for the Spurs, wants to be traded. I'm going to be sad Green is going to be on the bench right away in the playoffs. Oh, yeah, absolutely. A couple of minutes here or there, don't overplay Grandpa Joe. Man, oh, man, why is that play not being talked about more, too? I think I don't want to say it. I think the other one, just because of the length of time and the way it was just so disrespectful and the licking of the lips and all that. I know that was just a much better because Obuddy just stumbled backwards. He lost everything he ever had in life. Pockets emptied out, all that good shit. But the way he chopped Obuddy up the other day, I felt like that one was just nicer overall. And then just took him to the bath. Like, they were both very nice. But I don't think that play is getting the love it deserves. I think people are tired of seeing, like, it gets bad when people, I'm tired of James Harden shaking somebody out their shoes every motherfucking game. You know what I mean? That's an interesting thing that I see you say you want to see Green dunk more. It's an interesting thing that you mentioned because this team, they get little dunks here and there, but this team is not overly athletic. Green might be the most athletic guy on this team. And, you know, and he does a little bit here and a little bit there, but not overly athletic. So who do you want to see us play in round one? Who would you hate to play in round one? That's a very interesting one. I'm going to write that down now. Make sure to get into that before we get out of here. Who would I like to round one? Love and hate. Very interesting. So, what's up, Jimmy T? What's up, everybody? I'm trying to make sure, you know, that these comments don't go unread. But I'm talking about the mark my words. Let's see what y'all got talking about here. And anyway, with Big Job, no one is going to talk about it. Yeah, then they will be very valuable. Joshua says Tucker with the 5 threes. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Shit, matter of fact, Tucker dropped 5 last game. What's the motherfucking deal, Jay Dizzle? What's going down? Villanova versus Michigan. That's who's in the finals of the championship. I honestly have not been paying attention since I was halfway into it when U of H was there, and then after that, I heard something about an old lady watching a bunch of people play basketball, and that's all I see. I'm gonna go back and catch you, man. I ain't gonna forget your real family. I'm gonna make sure I get you. I can always go. Sometimes I tell y'all I be all over the place, so sometimes I miss comments. I go back and I try to check them. Sometimes I'll scroll past them. Say Gerald Green hits 12 threes. I don't know if he'll go that far. But see, another thing you want to talk about, though, is how the Rockets have power over the West. Because, again, we still have Portland. We're playing the Spurs today. And then you still have Oklahoma City. You know what I mean? And then so I mean those guys are all in the mix. I mean, from the Spurs, the Blazers, the Thunder, they're all in the mix, in contention in the West. And so, like I say, everything there is all jumbled up. You have to take that into account. So the Rockets actually have the ability to kind of stir some of that up, and it matters how much the Rockets care, because the Rockets have the ability to beat any of these teams 9 times out of 9, any fucking night when healthy. The thing that you have to be concerned about is, do the Rockets say, okay, fuck it, we're a couple of games out from the season, we're going to rest these last couple? Don't mean shit to us. We got our shit locked up. We don't care who we play. And that's really, truly, honestly, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who we play. But the thing is, you have some opponents who will be willing to play a little bit tougher. Houston Homer says Gerald Green with another game winner. Okay. I'd like to see that. I wonder how many Gerald Green jerseys they're selling. Oh, I don't even, man. I saw that McCaw injury. Fucking Vince Carter, you a bitch for that shit, man. And he knew he was a hoe for that shit. Like, Vince knew he was a hoe for that shit. Like, Lucas says Rockets beat the Spurs by 30. Oh, shit, okay. Oh, that's what I need to do. But here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. The little, like I said, the way the Rockets can kind of control what's going down, and they can kind of, well, not control it, but they can help interfere with who's in what position. And it just depends on how much they care about that. But if we're talking about the teams that you could line up and play, you could play, OKC's going to play you rough because, they're going to try to bully, but they really can't. That's why it's good to have guys like Tucker, good to have guys like Ariza, good to have guys like Green. They don't give a fuck. Joe Johnson, bigger guy, he's going to be able to bang in the playoffs. Like right now, we're not liking him too much, but when things get a little bit rougher, you'll see the benefit that he brings as long as he's making shots. The fact that he can drive in, he can push in on smaller guards. Ain't nothing they can really fucking do with him. Tony Parker asked for Ginobili's call at halftime. That's funny. 2 times Pop will smack the rest. Oh, goddamn. Yeah, I'm not mad at you. Yeah, Vince felt like shit, though. Big Worm with Dog Names got him the next week. I'm not going to give D-Boy his shirts back. You making the block too hot. Stanley's like, keep that little motherfucker off the grass. That's funny. Jeremiah say, shit, we're going to have the motherfucker 70 before halftime. Now, that's part of the thing, I think, too. I feel like Harden's also kind of on this, hey, look at me. I got some things to show y'all. You know what I'm saying? Especially on these nationally televised games. Triple X, you're going to go with the Rockets lose again. All right, here's the thing. When you bet against the Rockets, if they win, then I'm taking 20,000 sauce. So you can win 50,000, and then I'll take away 20,000 if you're wrong. So that's how we gonna go since you're going against the Rockets. I'm gonna put a star by your name because you're special. Oh yeah, man, you on that train too? Okay. You guys are going against the Rockets. Gonna take it all the way to back to Portland with the 14. But what's the deal, Kellen boys? What's going down? But you won't be strutting that ass. But again, so like I say, the West right now is very interesting. The West right now is something you have to be concerned with. And someone asked earlier, and I should have wrote the name, and I forgot who it was. I'll go back and check it and show you love later for that. But they asked about who would I love to play in the first round and who would I hate to play. I mean, the whole West is a mess, let's be honest. But I think if it came down to it, I wouldn't. Let me take a look and see who's like actually in the fucking mix right now. Go to this shit right here. What the fuck is that? All right, so right now, as of right, no, this ain't the right shit. Hell no. What is this fucking shit? If the playoffs started today. This says April 1st. Why does it have #1 Golden State on there? See, this is the bullshit that I be talking about. This is the biased bullshit that I be talking about. This is on the NBA motherfucking site. Now, see, now y'all done gone and got me heated. This is on the NBA site talking about the playoff picture today. It says, it's like, what is this? This is some old shit. This has to be some old shit. Cause this shit I'm not even gonna get mad about it, okay? Cause it's just got to be some old shit. Because it's got Dallas in the conversation, so you know what that means. All right, we just gotta. I know where I gotta go. I fucking hate to have to go here, but this is what we're gonna do. But the women's national championship. Who's playing in the women's national championship? Notre Dame and Mississippi State. Who's watching that? I mean, I'm not even trying to be funny. I mean, is anybody watch the women's stuff too? I know some of those women's games can be very intense. All right. Right now you got what the Clippers and the Nuggets are 2 games out of it. We got about 5 or 6 games left for everybody. Okay, so you got the Pelicans, you got the Jazz. They're okay. You got everybody right here has 33 losses. You're talking about Minnesota, Oklahoma City, the Jazz, and the Pelicans. Now, you beat the Spurs today. That puts them in the 33 loss category. All right, and then that puts them 3 games where everybody's kind of like 3 games behind Portland. Then there's Golden State. Then there's us. So 4 through 8 is basically a game. From 4 through 8, it's a game that separates. So you're talking about from San Antonio, Minnesota, Oklahoma, Jazz, Pelicans, in that order. The Rockets will affect several teams because, again, we play Oklahoma City again. The Trailblazers, unless they just lose a bunch of games, which I don't see that happening, we're not really going to affect them. But I think out of all those teams, I would probably want to see I'd like to probably see the Timberwolves fall to number 8. We beasted on the Timberwolves all year, like the entire year. I think we got their numbers, healthy or not. Then the Jazz, then the Pelicans, I think then the Spurs, then the Thunder. Going backwards in that order. That's the order from most likely to like to see to least likely would like to see. And the only reason why I'm saying that is just because, not that I don't think we can beat the Thunder, but I'd rather see Golden State have to face a tougher team. Because again, if you just look at most of Golden State's trips to the playoffs, and again, the sauce line is open for text. I'll get it open for calls here in just a moment. So feel free to text the sauce line. And make sure I need to remind y'all about the dome coming. So shout out to Voodoo Child. We're going to figure out what I'm thinking about doing is probably, I guess, just setting up a video where anybody who's interested, and you can, we'll do like a random comment type deal. So everybody will have to hit the comment section. And then we could just pick the comment randomly. I think that would probably be the most fair thing to do. I'll try to keep it as fair as possible. Not all the way, but as fair as possible. So we have, that's probably the situation that I would like to see if we had to deal with some of that shit. The Timberwolves would probably be the team I'd like to see the most. I don't really want to deal with nobody else. Shit, but the Clippers, they're a couple of games out. I don't think the Clippers are going to be in contention. Denver's probably not going to be in contention. It's just, I think it's a mix of all the teams that are there. Unless a team just goes on a losing streak and allows somebody to kind of get back in the mix. I don't know, but like I say, it's a one game set from 4 to fucking 8. It's a one game, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a one game difference, and so that's why the Rockets actually playing tough against teams like OKC when we play them again, playing tough against teams like San Antonio today. You have the possibility. I mean, if everything goes in a particular way, I'm sure some teams have to win, some other teams have to lose. You could knock one of these teams out of the playoffs, and so it's of the utmost importance that we hope that they do come out and do some things, because you may be able to knock somebody out who may have, been a threat in the playoffs. So it is what it is. So again, let's make sure we put that on. Bow. And a busy biz out. Let's get the prediction shaken a little earlier than usual, because again, I always end up doing those at the last fucking minute. So if y'all want to call or text, the sauce line is open. If y'all have some sauce y'all want to splash on the current state of the Houston Rockets. And then once we get the sauce line activated sign down, we will get some score prediction action going on. Now, while I've been bullshitting, I have not been appreciating you guys, the freshest flavors. Let me slide in this chat and see what y'all talking about. Yeah, Michigan. Oh my God, U of H did have a beat. I don't even want to talk about it. Let's not even talk about it. Spurs over Rocky smoking dope. Who talking about? Look, hey, if they want to believe you, or feel free to believe what you want to believe. I ain't done the sauce giveaway for the day. So y'all ain't holding me accountable to the action. Let's see what we got. All right. I need to make it a challenge. It's April Fool's, so we're gonna make this one a challenge. I'm gonna give away 100,000 sauce. Okay. So I'm going to make sure to hide the answer, and y'all give me just a couple of minutes to think of a good, challenging question. And I'm going to give away 100 sauce when we do the raffle. Okay. So let me think of a good, challenging question. Where are we at? What have I missed? The way the Thunder playing right now, yeah, they could definitely slide up out of here. Say, what's up, G-Town in the house? What's up, Byron? What's the motherfucking deal? Hope you're having a good Easter and all those good things. I gotta give y'all something challenging, man. I'm having difficulty trying to think of something. Okay, I got something. No, I don't want to use that, because I ain't gonna know that one. All right. The player with the most interesting hair to ever play for the Rockets. One word, last name. Y'all got 5 minutes for 100,000 sauce. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. Kaepernick to 10 mil. That ain't a real deal. So let's see. Where was I going? Okay, yeah. So getting the score prediction. That's what I was supposed to click over here. Let's look at these score predictions going. And like I say, I want to know how y'all feel. Keep it real. Let's be realistic because the score prediction can also get y'all a little bit of extra sauce. Here's the deal. We're talking about the Spurs and the Rockets. We're talking about a long-term rivalry. We're talking about a beef, a regular season beef more so. Last year turned it into a postseason beef because it had been a while since we even really dealt with the Spurs in the postseason. So I wouldn't really call it, that kind of situation. But it became that kind of a situation, and not because of what the Spurs did. It's because of what James Harden didn't do. And that's fine and dandy because the reason James Harden didn't do what he was supposed to was because of all the things that James Harden did do that people didn't expect him to. Surpassed all expectations, was the real MVP. But people wanted to give the award to a fraud because they like statistics, Now they want to try to give it to LeBron James because he likes destroying his team and rebuilding in the middle of the season. And look, he's starting to win again. That's good. That's great. He ain't even got the best record in the East, much less close to the best record in the league. You're third in the East. That's like fourth or fifth seed or something in the West. But anyhow, that's not what we're here to talk about. We're talking about James Harden. We're talking about the San Antonio Spurs. We're talking about LaMarcus Aldridge. We're talking about those old guys, Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, how they're always a thorn in our asses. It's going to be a good game between the Rockets and the Spurs today. We're talking national TV. We're talking about early in the day on Easter Sunday. It's a special occasion for a lot of people. I expect to see a lot of Easter eggs in this game. Let's see even how long we got a call on the sideline. Patch me into the call, Coach. Send the play on the field. All right, let's see who we got calling on the sauce line. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling on the sauce line?
Hey, man, this is Rob.
Already, what's going on?
Ago. Yeah, I was telling ask a question that gets asked quite a bit. Besides from, resting players, do you find it, you want the Rockets to rest more? Because it seems like every time they rest them, they seem to be slacking off. So I was just wondering to get your info on that.
Okay.
That's all, man.
Okay. All right, Rob, I'm going to hang up on you and answer the question. I appreciate you calling in. Okay, we hung up already. All right. Appreciate you calling in, man. But the Rockets in the rest situation, man, here's the thing. People will try to use the rest, and if James rests, they'll try to use that against the MVP argument. Well, he didn't play in every single game that he could have. He doesn't want to be the MVP. They'll find ways to fucking discredit him. The haters, the haters with their slithery tongues like snakes. He's not the MVP. They're like them fucking old evil ass Disney characters and shit. Oh, fucking I hate the haters. Hate the Harden haters. But anyway, about the rest situation, I feel like I'm kind of in the middle. I'd like to see them probably play every game, but not a significant number of minutes. So, get them in the game, maybe let them play a half, maybe let them play the first half, maybe let them play just the second half, just, to get primed for the clutch situations. Let them play an intense half of basketball instead of a whole fucking game. That way they don't lose that edge, they don't lose that intensity going into the playoffs, but at the same time, you're not risking them by playing them in a bunch of meaningless games, and especially in games where, these are going to be future contenders. So they're going to be trying to play you hard, trying to play you dirty, as much as they can, because one, they're fighting hard to get into the playoffs and they're jockeying for position. And then two, they're going to be envious of you because of, you're number one. And so they're not going to like that. So, it's just it's a very interesting situation. I would just like to get a little bit of rest, but still stay in the game a little bit. Something like that. You say you want a solo squad in the sniper game mode. See, I just got a no-field squad winning Fortnite. See, y'all be Fortnite. I don't know about Fortnite. I might. I mean, it depends. If we could get enough people to get on it, I'd fool with y'all maybe on the Fortnite for a little bit. But that would have to be another time. I just don't like the game, but I'll run one with the nation. Again, so getting back to this score, we're talking about the LaMarcus Aldridge. We're talking about the James Harden, the Ginobilis, the Parkers, the missing Kawhis, so everybody always wants to put an asterisk on this situation. Hold on 1 second. We got another call coming in on the sauce line. What's the motherfucking deal?
Landon, where you at?
What's the motherfucking deal, Wink?
What's going on, man? Shit.
Man, cool.
How I feel having that one seed sold up?
Man, like I say, it's the best feeling in the world, knowing that they got it on lock all the way throughout the playoffs, all the way home court advantage. That's the best thing you can have shaking. I mean, that has to be a good feeling. And that's the only reason, honestly, that's the only reason I feel like Phoenix even had a chance is because the Rockets was out partying the night before. Once they knew they had it all sold up, they wasn't even tripping on that shit. They was getting fucked up. They was drunk and shit. And they was like, fuck it. They got what they was looking for.
What team you see being competitive with us in the playoff, and that's gonna be McCall.
Okay. Team I see being most competitive. I appreciate you calling in, Wink. Team I see being most competitive. Honestly, if we go all the way, and for some reason I don't know about the Cavs making it all the way. When we go all the way to the finals, I think Toronto's going to be a good matchup, man. I don't think they'll beat us. I think they got fortunate in a couple of games here because I want to say Harden wasn't in one of the games, and then I want to say that game that they won, it was close. The Rockets just came out playing like ass, 16 points, and it started off and then came back to still almost win that. That won't happen. That will never happen again. For the Rockets to play that poorly and Lowry to play as well as he did, that won't happen for a 7-game series. So the Rockets would definitely win, but they would be a good matchup. But in the playoffs, of course, the Warriors are going to be a fight. It's not going to just be a breeze. But depending on if they're healthy or not, which could go either way. Trailblazers are going to be a team you don't really want to see. They won't beat us either. But I mean, it's just the whole West, man. I can't lie. Honestly, the entire West, except for like the Jazz, I'm not worried about the Timberwolves. Like I said, those guys, they are what they are. But everybody else is going to be an interesting matchup. Like I say, the fucking Spurs, they don't get out there and play hard. They know how to turn it on when the playoffs fucking start. So it's going to be real, real fucking interesting. Okay, it's almost game time here. So let me remove that. But my prediction, let me go ahead and give y'all that because I know I've been drawing it out. My prediction is the Rockets win this game. I think it's going to be a little bit closer than I like. I think that because the San Antonio Spurs will be playing much harder than the Rockets intend to. But the Rockets kind of want to keep that little streak going. They want to kind of they vibing with it. They want to kind of keep it shaking. I think that they win a close one. Spurs going to put up a fight. And they don't want to get swept for the season. So I think it's going to be, I'm going to call this one. Call it Rockets, of course. Rockets. I'm going to call this one 118 to 1. Nah, I'm not going to call it that because I'm going to call it 118 to 112. Rockets. That's what I think that's the thing I'm going to roll with. That's what I'm going with. 118 to 112, Houston Rockets. That's what I'm shaking with. Beast mode, you say 113 to 109. Okay, hold on. Let me get you down there. Yeah, 113 to 109. All right. Said the Cavs gonna play. Yeah, the Cavs gonna play hard, but I don't know if I just don't know if the Rockets. Let me get you there, Rob. You got 105 to 98 Rockets. Got you. What's up, Beast Mode? What's the motherfucking deal? Like I say, it's gonna be. Yeah, LeBron is not the MVP. Harden has been doing it consistently throughout the entire season. You know what I'm saying? And people people just, matter of fact, did anybody win the raffle? Nobody won the raffle. Nobody won the raffle. The answer was Norris, as in Moochie Norris. He used to have the crazy ass hair. All right, I'm going to still shoot out this 100K, but we're going to make it a little bit simpler. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think. This is a hard one. Fuck it. The team that I said it would be the easiest for the Rockets to beat. Just the name of the team, not the city in the playoffs. Here's the thing. Of the teams that are currently in playoff position, so that should make it a little bit easier. But the team that I said would be the easiest for the Rockets to beat in the playoffs, that will get you entered into the 100,000 sauce. Let's see. Yeah. Number one Rockets fan, Fear the Beard. Stop. I thought you was rolling with the Spizzers. Sniper shootout. I don't know what else. Hey, y'all talking about that's Fortnite stuff. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They talking crazy. Oh, well, we should change it up and do this and this. Yeah, my fault I didn't give y'all a hint on that one earlier. I should have gave y'all a hint. But this one, I gave it to y'all. It's easy. Make sure you, let me see. Yeah, make sure everything is all lowercase, all one word. So, James Harden, you said 112, 103 Rockets. James Harden himself has called it 112 to 103, a 9-point victory by the Rockets. Let's see. So, yes, as we got that going, as we're making that shake, as the Rockets are getting ready to take the court, I just want to remind you guys, if you guys are enjoying the flavor, make sure to consider sliding by the patreon.com/SauceSports and consider pledging to the sauce. Like I said, I want to build this thing. I want to grow this thing. Trying to get into a position, I say, I'm going to start pushing really hard to get into a position where I can full-time the flavor. I would love to be able to do that so that I think things aren't getting the adequate coverage. I'd like to free up some more time to dedicate to the flavor to really start pushing this thing to the next level. So if you really enjoy the flavor, if you enjoy the sauce, consider hitting that patreon.com/SauceSports. Be greatly appreciated. What's the motherfucking deal, Mr. Man Up? Woke up in time to watch the game. That's how you got to do it, man. Hey, when you got to get that rest, hey, when you can get rest, it's crucial. It's of the utmost importance that you get it. So I can't blame you. Joshua, he's saying 120, 115, the Rockets will win. Okay. I don't think I did that one. Tyron Matthew, new to the city, and he's supporting the Rockets. Y'all be killing me with these names. What the funny thing would be is like, what if you're so used to people like trolling with the names and shit like that? Like, what if it was what if like one of the real people actually came in? You're like, oh, like this fucking troll. And it was actually a real person. They try to like seriously sit there and prove it to you. You're like, all right, you fucking troll, get the fuck out of here. That would be quite humorous. Hezzy, what's the motherfucking deal? We got 120 to 100. Oh, Man Up say it's going to be a blowout. Man Up say, fuck the Spurs. I don't want to hear none of that shit. I don't want to hear none of the bullshit about they competitive, none of that. He calling the Spurs blowout. Let's see, Hezzy saying, my pen running out of ink like a motherfucker. 111 to 101. The Rockets will win. Yes. I know you and your April Fools, Mr. 82-0. Because that is the name that you do go by. Let's see that cool Amber. Let's see what you got. You got let's see if anybody's figured out. We got 2 people in the raffle. 35 seconds left. The team that I said it would be easiest for the Rockets to beat in the playoffs, currently in the playoff standings, for 100,000 sauce. There are 21 seconds left. Somebody getting hit with an egg. That's funny. I got you with the 112, 103. You got the 113.96. So why somebody got to get hit with an egg, man? Why y'all can't just keep the eggs on the ground where they belong and all that other good stuff, and just do your due diligence. So the winner is Rob San Miguel. You know what I'm saying? I didn't rig it because of the call. I'm telling y'all. That had nothing to do with it. I did not do that. I know y'all like to accuse me of setting up the banks maliciously, but I would never do such a thing. But again, so it's time for the game, man. And I know we a few minutes in, so it's about time for the tip. I'm going to make sure that we go ahead and go check that out. But I want to appreciate all of y'all. I want to say thank you to all of y'all for fucking with the flavor this evening. We will have some second sauce tonight. We believe we will be having some sauce society tonight. And then later in the evening, we'll be having a Kush Den. And for those of you who've been fucking with it, somewhere between now and then, I'll get on the Twitch, talk some shit. Probably sticking with the Dead by Daylight because I actually been doing good at Dead by Daylight. Not so much in the PUBG, but I'll practice on the PUBG when I'm not online, so it don't look so bad. But yeah, I'll be fucking with the Twitch sometime soon if y'all fuck with that. So I appreciate everybody who's following me on that too. But again, I appreciate all of y'all. Thank you. Y'all be cool like y'all be cool. And with that being said, I don't like sweet and sour. With that being said, y'all be cool like y'all be cool. I appreciate y'all fucking with the flavor, man. And I'm out. Let's go Rockets. Let's keep this shit. Oh, Southern Greg, appreciate you joining the Sauce Nation. You are the freshest motherfucking flavor. Bam, just like that. But with that being said, y'all be cool like y'all be cool. I appreciate y'all fucking with the flow, the flavor, all that good shit. It's your boy Ed Honcho. Do something.